Students, welcome to physics class. I think you all might have done your exams well. Good. Teachers can open the door, but you must enter it yourself to learn things. Okay. Now imagine you are returning home on a hot sunny day. What will you do immediately? Yes, you will switch on the fan or AC, and you may be asking your mother for some fresh juice. And after some time, you will turn on the TV and make yourself relaxed. Did you notice that you use some appliances to make yourself relaxed? What else do you think is the common among these appliances? We also use certain appliances in our daily life. What is the common thing? As we need energy to perform the functions, these appliances also need a kind of energy to function. What is that energy called? Yes, it is the electrical energy. All the conveniences that we use in this world is electrically powered. So what is electricity? Electricity is the force that powers the world. So, can you define what is electricity? Electricity is the flow of charge, or it is also called electric current. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about electric charge and electric current. Like length, mass and time, electric charge is also a fundamental property of matter. Now what is matter made up of? Matter is made up of atoms and molecules. Matter is made up of atoms and molecules. And what does this atom consist of? Atom consists of tiny particles called protons, electrons and neutrons. These particles are the tiny particles that are present in the atom. Protons are positively charged particles. Electrons are negatively charged particles, and neutrons are neutral. They are not charged. Neutrons are not charged. Protons are positively charged particles. Electrons are negatively charged particles, and neutrons are neutral. So, this electric current is the flow of charged particles. So, how will you define electric current? Electric current is the flow of charged particles. So, when we add an electron to the atom becomes negatively charged. And when we remove an electron from an atom, the atom becomes positively charged. Electrons are removed from an atom, then the atom is positively charged and it is called as positive ion. If we add electrons to an atom, then the atom becomes negatively charged and therefore the atom is called as a negative ions. So, there is a flow of current whenever there is a flow of electrons. Let us do an experiment. Rub a plastic comb on your dry hair. Now bring the comb near small pieces of paper What do you observe? The comb attracts small pieces of paper. What is the reason? Observe the experiment. What is the reason the comb attracts the pieces of paper? Why? Because when we rub the comb in the hair, the hair becomes positively charged as it loses electrons, and the comb becomes negatively charged as it gains electrons. So that is why the comb attracts small pieces of paper. Now let us measure the electric charge. Electric charge is measured in coulomb, and its symbol is C. Electric charge is measured in coulomb and its symbol is C. So for calculating the electric charge, we must know the charge of an electron. So charge of an electron E, it is represented, charge of the electron is represented as E, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. C means coulomb. So what is the charge of an electron? Charge of an electron E is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So now let us calculate the electric charge. So electric charge is represented by the letter Q. Q represents the electric charge. So Q is equal to N into E. Q represents N into E, where N is the number of electrons. N represents number of electrons and E is the charge of electron. So the formula for calculating the electric charge Q is equal to N into E. The other units of electric charges: microcoulomb, nanocoulomb, picocoulomb. These are some of the other units of electric charge. Microcoulomb, which is represented by the symbol mu C. This is called as microcoulomb. Then nanocoulomb. Then picocoulomb. Okay. So these are the other units of electric charges. We can also say that this electric charge is additive in nature. The electric charge is additive in nature. What do you mean by additive in nature? The sum of all the electric charges in a system. For example, if there are two charges, say for example, one charge is plus 5 coulomb and the other charge is minus 2 coulomb. So these are the two charges existing in a system. So what will be the net charge in the system? The net charge is equal to plus 5C minus 2C, which is equal to plus 3C. So the net charge is plus 3C, as we say that the electric charges are additive. Electric charges are additive in nature in a system. Let us calculate the number of electrons in 1 coulomb of charge. We know the formula Q is equal to Ne, where Q is the charge, N is the number of electrons and E is the charge of an electron. So here we are asked to calculate the number of electrons present in 1 coulomb of charge. So the formula becomes N is equal to Q by E. So what is the value of Q here? It is 1 coulomb, that is equal to 1 divided by what is E? E is the charge of an electron. So what is the value of E? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So on calculation we get 6.25 into 10 power 18 electrons. So how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb of charge? So 6.25 into 10 power 18 electrons. Now let us learn what is an electric field. An electric field is a region around which the charge experiences an electric force. So what is an electric field? It is the region in which the charge experiences an electric force. So the region in which the charge experiences an electric force is called as an electric field. Suppose if you are considering a positive charge, the region around this charge may experience an electric force. So around this region we can have the electric field. Similarly, in the case of a negative charge also, the region around which the charge experiencing an electric force. And the direction of electric field is always along the direction of electric force. So the direction of the electric field is always along the direction of the electric force. For a positive charge, the direction of electric field is along the direction of the electric force, and for a negative charge, the direction of electric field is opposite to that of the electric force. Normally, the electric field of line is represented by straight lines and arrowheads. The electric field is normally represented by means of straight lines and arrowheads. Let us learn what is electric lines of force. Electric lines of force are straight or curved path along which a unit positive charge tends to move in the direction of the electric field. So in the case of a positive charge, the direction of electric field is always pointed outwards, and in the case of a negative charge, the direction of electric field will be always pointed inwards. So now what is electric lines of force? They are the straight or curved path along which a unit positive charge tends to move in the direction of electric field. So this is the diagram of a unit positive charge and a unit negative charge. So for a positive charge, the lines of force are directed outwards. For a negative charge, the lines of force are directed inwards, and this is the curved path around the positive charge and the negative charge. We learned earlier there is electric force existing between the two charges. So whenever there is a force, there will be a work done. So in the case of charges, the work done is to bring the two charges, that is the positive charge and the negative charge, to be in contact. And this brings a quantity called as the electric potential. So what is electric potential? So it is the measure of work done on unit positive charge to bring it to that point. To bring it to that point means to bring the positive charge and the negative charge to be in contact. So for this, some work is done, and the measure of work done is called as the electric potential. So let us recall. So in today's class we have learnt about electricity. It is the flow of charges. Then we have two types of charges, positive and negative charges. Then we have learned about electric force. It is the force that is existing between the charges. And next we have learned electric field. It is the region around which we experience the electric force around a charge. And the next is the electric potential. It is the work done to bring the positive and the negative charges together. And then it is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb is the charge of electrons, and there are 6.25 into 10 power 18 electrons in 1 coulomb of charge.